Welcome to Cooktop Vibes. Cooking isn't always about pans and grills. In this video, we reveal 10 unusual cooking methods that transform ordinary food into something extraordinary. Let's dive in. Wow, imagine cooking inside snow. It sounds unbelievable, but this method really works. It starts with hot coals buried under a thick layer of snow. On top, meat or fish wrapped in foil or leaves is placed. The snow acts as a natural insulator, keeping the heat inside and spreading it evenly. Inside, the temperature reaches about 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, which means fish or chicken cooks in 20 to 30 minutes. The result is something between baking and steaming, with all the juices locked in. Climbers sometimes use this trick. A snow oven lets them cook even without pots or pans. Did you know the sun can become your stove? Solar cookers are made with mirrors or reflective foil, focusing sunlight into one point. That concentrated spot can reach 200 to 250 degrees Celsius, 392 to 482 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to roast vegetables, boil grains, or even bake bread. For example, rice in a glass container cooks in about 35 minutes, and chicken legs are ready in an hour. Fun fact, a single square meter of sunlight provides up to 1,000 watts of energy, almost the same as a medium electric burner. In desert regions, people rely on this method where there's no gas or firewood, and best of all, it's completely eco-friendly. Wow, a pineapple as a cooking pot? Yes. Inside a pineapple or coconut, you can prepare a full meal: chicken, seafood, or rice. Food is placed inside the hollow fruit with spices, then sealed and baked in hot coals. The internal temperature stays around 160 to 180 degrees Celsius, 320 to 356 degrees Fahrenheit, while the juices from the fruit infuse the food. Chicken breast inside a pineapple cooks in about 30 to 35 minutes and comes out sweet and caramelized. Coconut is often used for shrimp. They soak up the creamy coconut milk flavor. It's not only delicious, but also an impressive way to serve food. Wow, what a spectacular method. Flambe is all about cooking with alcohol flames. Usually, rum, cognac, or brandy is poured over the dish and set on fire. The flames can reach 250 to 300 degrees Celsius, 482 to 572 degrees Fahrenheit, but burn for only 20 to 30 seconds, evaporating the alcohol and leaving behind aroma. Steaks or desserts get a caramelized crust and a unique flavor. For example, a steak flambe sears on the outside in just 25 seconds, while staying medium rare inside. Bananas flambe caramelize in a buttery sauce in under a minute. It's not just cooking, it's a show, often used in restaurants to wow guests. Did you know you can cook on ice? Well, more like chill food into perfection. In restaurants, stone slabs cooled to about -10 degrees Celsius, 14 degrees Fahrenheit, are used for sashimi presentations. Thin slices of salmon or tuna are placed on the ice-cold surface, and within 5 minutes, the texture firms up beautifully. It's less about frying and more about preservation. The proteins remain intact while the flavor becomes incredibly fresh. The effect is similar to marination, but achieved with temperature. It's a culinary trick that makes the food look stunning while keeping the taste natural. Wow. Talk about extreme cooking. In the field, soldiers have been known to use overheated gun barrels or vehicle engines for cooking. After heavy use, a machine gun barrel can reach 200 to 250 degrees Celsius, 392 to 482 degrees Fahrenheit. At that temperature, you can fry bacon or cook an egg in 5 to 7 minutes. There are even documented cases from World War II of bread and meat being cooked on tank engines, which could reach 300 degrees Celsius, 572 degrees Fahrenheit. Not the safest or tastiest method, but as a survival hack, it's definitely one of the strangest ways people have cooked food. Wow, just chemistry. The best known example is ceviche. Fresh fish is marinated in lemon or lime juice. The acid, with a pH of about 2.5, denatures the proteins, making the flesh firm and opaque, as if it had been cooked with heat. It only takes 15 to 20 minutes. Another example is using baking soda or saline brines to change the texture of meat. This is science directly applied to food. Even though ceviche looks raw, chemically it's already cooked and safe to eat. That's pure culinary chemistry in action. What a fiery show! Torches and blowtorches can generate heat of over 1,000 degrees Celsius, 1,832 degrees Fahrenheit, instantly. Chefs use them to caramelize creme brulee or to sear steak surfaces. For instance, a medium rare steak can be torched for just 30 seconds on each side, forming a crisp crust while staying pink inside. Torches are also great for quickly charring vegetables, peppers, eggplants, to give them a smoky aroma. Did you know you can cook directly in hot springs? In Japan, the famous onsen tamago eggs are made by immersing them in natural springs at 70 to 90 degrees Celsius, 158 to 194 degrees Fahrenheit. After 25 to 30 minutes, the whites turn silky while the yolk becomes creamy, almost sauce-like. In Iceland, people bake bread in geothermal soil by burying dough in the ground for several hours, where temperatures stay around 100 degrees Celsius, 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Nature itself becomes the stove and oven. It's incredible. No gas, no electricity, just pure earth energy cooking your food. Wow, cooking in milk or honey? Yes, and it creates amazing results. For example, chicken simmered in milk at 90 to 95 degrees Celsius, 194 to 203 degrees Fahrenheit, for an hour turns incredibly tender. The calcium and proteins in milk soften the meat, while the sauce becomes creamy and rich. Honey works differently. When heated to 160 degrees Celsius, 320 degrees Fahrenheit, it caramelizes, forming a glossy glaze over meat or vegetables. Honey roasted chicken gets a golden crust and a sweet aroma in just 20 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit. It's an unusual swap for oil, but the result is both surprising and delicious. You've just seen some of the most unusual cooking techniques ever. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit subscribe and stay tuned for more tasty and surprising ideas on Cooktop Vibes.